Now, I already told you people. First one's free. Then what I say? I said I will shut that shit down. No exceptions. Now, I don't know what kind of lying assholes you've been dealing with, but I'm a man of my word. First impressions are important. I need you to know me. So, back to it.
What's going on, y'all? Now we're gonna not finish up because I got like the rest of this book to go. And I don't want you to think that it's a big book for those of you who haven't got it yet. But because of how long, it's taking me to do it, the research to kind of back myself up, to make sure it's not me saying that the people that wrote this book was wrong or they're just pulling information out of their ass. This right here is to prove to, myself, wherever they got their source of information from, I could get it from somewhere else, proving that that the information that they put in this book is 100% accurate. You cannot debate this. You can only deny, and that's easy for anybody to do. If you don't have facts to back up your denial, then you're an ignorant fool. So the GI Bill, that's what we're gonna pick up on today. White veteran programs, and there's a video that this guy did. I'm gonna add it to the playlist as well. If I do find it in time, I will put it in the description box. So from 1944 to 1971, $95 billion was spent on the GI Bill, officially titled the Servicemen's Readjustment Act of 1944, to help World War II veterans adjust to civilian life by assisting in their purchase of homes, the startup of business ventures, and the acquisition of education. But various methods were used to discriminate against black veterans. Those blacks who could not qualify for GI benefits were steered into menial jobs. Okay. Let's look up that word menial for those of you who may not, know what that word means. I should have put the notes in my book, but I apologize for it. Not requiring much skill and lacking prestige. So, retail, buggy boy, cashier. Well, not so much a cashier, but something that you could easily replace someone with. A job that you could easily replace the menial worker. You know what I'm saying? In 1946, 86% of white veterans were referred to professional jobs, and 92% of black vets were referred to unskilled service jobs. 92%. Okay? So that other 8% that white people like to point at and say, oh, but he made it. Oh, but he made it. Did he really? And this proves, at least back then, and for you to think that it's not going on today makes you a fool. To think that certain companies do not hold people back because of their color, you are a fool. That person may get hired on a job, but will he ever move up in management? Will he ever advance in the company where he can become a shareholder or, on the board? You see what I'm saying? The company I work for, you may as well say that there's not a black person on out of all the white people that are on that board that started the company. They could care less if a black person was there with them. Okay. Let's see here. Refusing those jobs was ground for denial of other benefits like unemployment insurance. Okay. And that goes on today. And whenever we go through these tough times, whenever you white people who say that there's equal opportunity for everybody, and just remember that when you're going through that season of your life where it seems that opportunity just isn't equal for you, think about who endured it first. Like I said in the other video, white women were the first ones to receive welfare while the husband was in the home. Okay? Think about this now. This is something that's been going on for years. Where once the black woman applied for these same benefits that white woman was getting, the black woman couldn't have her man in the house. But y'all want to talk about fatherlessness as though it was something that we started. We were family oriented in Africa. Nobody had to make us be men in Africa. We were men. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna finish that. To avoid using overtly racist language, the federal government put the operation of these programs in the hands of local governments, a ploy that enabled racist white Southern officials to determine who would receive the benefits, just as they determined who could and could not vote. So, white people, brush up on your history, because whenever I get into a debate with you, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. It's not just some information that I pull out of my ass. This is something that your people recorded in history, and you can't be mad with us. You can't take your anger out on us because of something that your ancestors chose to hide. There's an episode of Law and Order. Believe it's somewhere between seasons. I want to say 17, 18. Not 18 because they're on 18 now. So 16. Between 16 and 17, where there were these priests, and there was a lot of child molestation going on in the church or whatever, and they weren't able to have get any kind of lead or any kind of evidence on these priests that they were abusing and molesting these children, until they came across pictures of them actually doing that. Like, these priests took pictures and recorded videos of them doing these heinous acts to the children. And it was something that one of the detectives said when they found it, said something along the lines of, all powerful men love to keep records of the evil things that they do. Now, I didn't think nothing of that when when I saw it, but after just reading this before I started recording, I thought about that scene, and that is exactly what our government has done. Now, with the Richard Spencer shit that's going on, okay, there was a argument that I got into with a few white guys, and they were upset with at the fact that the government was trying to knock down their statue, okay? And they said something along the lines of, the government is trying to put they're trying to destroy our heritage. They're trying to destroy our culture. But people that look like you are in the government. There aren't any black people that's over these white people that was trying to remove your statue. These were people just like you. I read in one of these parts, I can't remember which one it was, where it said that the government, like the KKK and other racist organizations, back in those days, basically the overall point of that part was that the government learned from the KKK. Okay, the government even had members of the KKK in it. Okay, and they basically set laws in motion, put laws on the books to prevent the KKK from doing the things, out in the open as they did. It was the government's turn to do it. So now the government, after all these years, not only, doing those things that, which the KKK did, covertly or whatever, but they perfected the racism. The government perfected it. And you can't get upset with us because your government is being better at being racist than you, if that makes sense. But then again, y'all got this high ass IQ that y'all like to keep talking about, but it is what it is, man. Ain't nothing else to say.
You still there? I just don't know. It seems like you're trying to speak, but you just took a hell of a hit. I just popped your skull so hard, your eyeball just popped out. And it is gross as shit. God, I'll find you. Oh, hell. I can see this is hard on you guys. I am sorry. I truly am. But I did say it. No exceptions. bunch of pussies.